What's up, everybody? Hey, Brian Tong here again, and this time we are going to unbox and show off all the kind of different things here with the 10th generation iPad. This is, I guess let's call it their new, I'm gonna put in air quotes, entry-level iPad. It starts at $449, and there are a bunch of nuances, and this is kind of an intriguing device that some of you weren't too happy about, but I was like, hey, let me just dig into it first before I do any of these trash hot takes that a lot of people like, so then they can write a video later that says, I was wrong about this device, blah, blah, blah. You know how it goes. So this is the 10th gen iPad, and we have it here with the new Magic Keyboard Folio, which we're gonna get into. Then we also have, everything's dropping again. We have their yellow Smart Folio to match the fact that it's a yellow iPad. New colors, right? We have blue, pink, and yellow, and then this thing. If you can't see it, I'm gonna make sure you see it. Let's get ready to dongle! Okay, we will address this because yes, Apple Pencil 1st gen, dongle, 10th gen iPad. Okay, so let's put these aside for a second and first dig into the 10th generation iPad. So again, Apple, thanks for sending these out to me for review. They have already set up at least the 5G cellular connectivity. So the box, the seal has been broken, but we still need to do the grand presentation because that's what we always do here. Okay, are you ready for this? I'm ready. Slowly. Oh, it's just a wrapper again. Why we always fake you out like that? Okay, let's go here. Take off the paper here. Look, you can see it. You can start seeing that like really clean, almost like a canary gold, I guess. Like kind of like a 10R gold, but let's, ready for ASMR freaks. Oh yeah, you want to hear that. That was for you. I hope you really enjoyed that, ASMR friends. Okay, so here you go. This is really nice. I mean, I was excited about seeing the yellow color. This is like clearly I just spit on the Apple logo. I've done that a few times. This is more of a metallic yellow. And when you hit in the light, sometimes it can look a little like deeper golden, but it is a nice metal finish, absolutely. Ooh, it looks nice, right? You have the lines here for the cellular connectivity, but this is a 10.9 inch display. I'm gonna at least turn it on so we can start getting it set up initially here. You see the Apple logo, boom. All right, 10.9 inch, 10th gen iPad. You have a 12 megapixel camera here. I'm gonna try and see if I can get it hit in the right light, and my finger already smeared it, but if you can see here, I'm gonna keep on moving it because it can be difficult. This is the new landscape camera with FaceTime on it, which allows you to, when you dock it or when you're holding your iPad, which most of are like this, you're looking at it straight on. I typically have mine in like a keyboard case or in a case that has a stand, so the fact that they moved it here is great, but again, this is only on the 10th generation iPad. So let's put these here. In the box we have, yes, los manuals and stickers, 2 of them, yay. Okay. Also we have the fabric woven USB-C to USB-C cable. First time we see these in any iPads for the M2 iPad Pro and the 10th gen iPad. And then yes, we get a USB-C charger in here. That's literally all you need to worry about seeing in here. Okay, so here's like where it gets interesting because it's not just these accessories. Let me go down and reach and grab these things because I'm you know, when you hear the announcement, you look on paper, you're like, 10th gen iPad, starting retail price, $449. That's a big jump up from the previous entry-level 9th generation iPad, which is $329. Apple's still actually selling it. Obviously you have the new design, right? You have the thinner bezels. You don't have the big bezel on the top and bottom. There is no touch button. Touch ID is actually physically on the power button to help you unlock it. So $449 for this, right? Support for the Apple Pencil, yes. No Apple Pencil hover support, but 1st generation Apple Pencil support. Now, there's a lot of people that are like, this is trash. Now, I'm not saying it's trash, but I think that if you're pairing a 1st gen Apple Pencil, obviously this camera here in landscape mode now prevents any of the magnets here to allow it to use Apple Pencil 2 with the magnetic charging and syncing. Okay, if they did that, it would be a more expensive iPad, which is already, as an entry level, they're kind of pushing people up here. This has an A14 chip inside it, okay? But this boy here, let's get ready to dunkle! I'm gonna open up this USB-C to Apple Pencil adapter that I have here in my hand that I'm going to unbox for you, and you should be very lucky to see this unboxing, because if you try and order this on the Apple site right now, I think there's something like 3 to 4 weeks out because people basically like swarmed them. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I give you the USB-C to Apple Pencil adapter. Let's see, do I have a first gen Apple Pencil laying around here or not? Okay, I probably don't. So what we're gonna do here is, I'm like, do I? Of course I mean, how am I gonna open this thing? Do I have to use my teeth? Oh, here we go, come on. Come on, I'm the best at this. Please don't make me edit this, just open this up right away. You know you do this too, right? Oh, you ASMR people are loving that. Oh, hold on, this is for you. Okay, Apple Pencil first gen, here we go. I just have to see this in the living flesh, in person, to show you once, for all of you who are so curious. Right, we have the lightning connector here. First gen Apple Pencil, it's still, I mean, it gets a little slippery over time, but it is still nice, so right? The lightning connector is right here, okay? You can see it. So one end is for lightning. I'm guessing this. Yes. And then I've got to get the USB-C cable, which I put over here back in its box. The suspense is killing all of us, okay? So let's put this cable in here, guys. And then, I'm sorry, let's put this cable, USB-C cable in here to connect the Apple Pencil. Yeehaw! Ride a cowboy! I'm like, look at this. Yeah, this is how you connect your Apple Pencil, your first gen Apple Pencil, to the 10th gen iPad. Like, come on now. This is honestly worse than I thought. Like, for some reason I thought that this would just connect right into here, but I'm sorry, you know I gotta give this to you. That's a bad Apple! Like, what? It's different. I mean, previously it was like, it was like a little sign. You could like hold it like a sign with the earlier Lightning first gen pencils, but yeah, this is new, okay? I'm just showing it to y'all. I'll let you decide if this is for you or not. Also, I can't wait to see your comments, because you all get crazy in the comments. Okay, so we have that over here. Let's check out the Magic Keyboard Folio. This is different because, okay, this is the entry-level iPad, right? And I'm gonna reveal it to you. Oh, and this is a keyboard case that is 2 separate parts, okay? There is no keyboard case like this for any iPad, and it's actually, look at this, okay? This is the base with the keyboard. You have a row of like media keys here. You have that extra row of media keys here. You have the trackpad and everything. This connects through, if you look here, there's, is this called the smart connector dock? But this is, you know, the smart connector, and it docks onto here with the power magnets. And then this is the second piece, which has the actual kickstand on it, okay? Right? This has the kickstand on it. This pops on here. And now you have a keyboard case just like that. Like, so I look at this thing and it's like, dang, for a 10.9-inch display, this has all the media keys, the brightness, everything on here. I look at my Magic Keyboard here that's on my iPad Pro. I'm gonna try and show it to you, at least with the bird's eye view. I don't have the volume, the brightness, the media, the do not disturb button. It's not there. It's on the entry-level 10th gen iPad. So when you look at this device, they're like doing some cool things that you'd almost say like, I wish we had this in all the iPads, the iPad Pro. You have the landscape camera, perfect spot. You have, you have first gen Apple Pencil connectivity, but the function keys, or the media keys, let's call them here, that's on here. And it's like, when I try to figure out like who is this for, it's kind of a mishmash of things from earlier generations and new improvements, where I almost kind of call this almost like a Frankenstein product that's stuck between multiple generations.
It's alive. Oh, it's alive. It's alive. It's alive. It's alive.
And so, look, if you're a first timer, like I opened it the wrong way. If you're a first time iPad owner, or you're going to buy a first iPad and 10.9 inches big enough, this is again $449. If you wanted Apple II Pencil support, you want an M1 processor, you pay $150 to go up to an iPad Air. And I almost think like this has raised the price point of like obviously the entry level to $449 now, and it puts you closer to an iPad Air, which makes you consider, for a lot of people, let's just get the iPad Air. I think that is one of the things that this does. But at the same time, this is almost like a product that's caught between multiple generations. It's the landscape, the newer keyboard array, which I love. Like, I want this on a Pro, didn't get it on a Pro. Then you have still an A14, which is a faster chip, but obviously it's an earlier chip. And then you have a first gen Apple Pencil. So I think for me, if I try to figure out who this is really for, it's gotta be for someone who honestly really loves the first gen Apple Pencil, wants a more modern iPad, but still wants their first gen Apple Pencil and doesn't want to pay extra for that to get a new form factor. Or it's someone who is just buying an iPad for the first time. And let's be honest, there's a lot of customers out there that when they trust the Apple brand, and they know, like, look, if you're web surfing, emailing, watching videos and media, this is honestly going to be a great iPad. It is really portable. It does all the basics. That's what a lot of people do. Media consumption, it's great. And so I think there's going to be an audience that maybe never had an iPad. They're like, I just want the entry-level iPad. They're going to get this, right? We know how powerful the ecosystem and how powerful the brand is. But I think if you're someone who's a long-time user, who's already owned previous iPads, this just doesn't make sense for you. So for someone who says, like, again, I got a lot of heat because I didn't, give out a hot take right out of the gates, I had to process like who this makes the most sense for. And I'm serious. It's someone who really wants to keep their first gen Apple Pencil. Or I think it's like a first time iPad user. Whereas if you're already mature in the ecosystem and you've already owned previous iPads, you're probably going to be like, hey, I want a little more oomph. I'm going to go up to the iPad Air. And also the fact that this is $449 and the iPad Air is $599, that's going to make people really think and probably push a few people up to that iPad Air, that next level. So there you go, an unboxing, kind of an overall take of the new 10th generation iPad. And honestly, I do like this Magic Folio because I now get a freaking row of media keys and all that. Like, come on, man. Put that on the Pro, please.